let's head down here. And we have two different... Jeez Louise. Two different time portals, which, unless we get a little bit of a cleaner route here, it's not looking like we have great odds to get down. The drain is very nearby to our current location here, so there's a decent chance that we'll be able to make our way over to that. What the heck is with this D5, man? Oh me oh my. And only 51% chance to hit you is not good. Not better with our Wand of Fire here. Changing you turns you into nothing great. I mean, they're likely very low, so potentially the Wand of Warping will do the trick. It will hit me. I don't think it kills, though. Fantastic. Never a doubt. I mean, I shouldn't head back down that stairwell either. Yikes. Ogre and Phantom alone are going to make things a bit tricky. Okay, we still hear the sand nearby, so that seems to imply the sand is directly to our right here, kind of between all the staircases, or right there. That also works. Let me just make my way downtown, walking fast. Faces pass. And I'm homebound, you best believe. Okie dokie, we at least found the sewer. I don't know if we have great odds of actually making our way to the ossuary as well, but that's not the end of the world. A pretty solid gathering of consumables here as well. Just about the point where I probably should start reading my way through these sons of guns. But let us first try to find the ossuary. Let's assume it's just far corner from all the places we've seen and explored. Ooh, I do want to see what this whip does. +8 whip. 15 damage rating, willpower +3 is wild. I mean, it's currently attacking faster and doing more damage than our bow. Of course, it's not doing so from on high, from afar, so under that logic, it may be slightly less advantageous, specifically against enemies like that ogre there, so definitely worth the swap over to our long range. In fact, maybe what we'll do is we'll actually stick to the ranged, and then as soon as enemies are next to us, it'll be worth the 0.5 odds just to make the swap there be the change we want to see in the world. Set that to B as well so that we have it on our hot switch key. Well, it looks like we'll never be short of willpower this game, if nothing else. I mean, ice, I don't like getting fire vulnerability, but I'll at least mark this ring. Protection from poison and protection from fire, also both pretty likely contenders for us to use at some point down the road here. With that, I mean, are we still hearing any sand? Haven't seen messages in a while, so I'm going to hazard a guess that we've collapsed our sand entrance, unfortunately. As much as I wish it weren't so. Okay, tried to just keep walking and get the fire padded out here. Jeez Louise, this son of a gun is not going to make our life easy. So we will use the butterflies, or one butterfly scroll, to just leverage ourselves into a position to run away and get the heck out of Dodge and restart that fight. It's always funny when you get reminded with examples like that of how the RNG can go, because we've fought multiple of these beetles already this run, no problems whatsoever, didn't even really think twice about it. And And all of that very, very quickly thrown out the window once push comes to shove and we get a bit unfortunate. And how those numbers line up. Very sad to not get into the ossuary. That's one of my favorite time portals. I find that it's almost always pretty straightforward to take care of, and you get a pretty solid collection of rewards. Specifically, you generally are finding a good supply of potions, which can be very nice early on to kind of settle yourself into a slightly more manageable location in your run, I guess, is what my brain is trying to get to. But Robe of Folly, hey? Well, I don't think we'll be grabbing you anytime soon, my friend. But that scale mail, 2 pips of fire resistance would offset that ring we saw earlier. A bit of additional slaying as well to hopefully just keep murdering everything before it has too much of an opportunity to bite back. And I think I will actually grab this buckler here as well. It'll be very quick to get it trained up. And can just throw that in our offhand for the early section of the game here until we find ourselves our overall strategies for the future. But okay, use the corner there to reduce the 2-on-1 to at least a 1-on-1, and then we also get very fortunate with the energy lineup there. Oh no. Except I did not mean to put myself on this stairwell. That was a mistake. Always check your stairs, folks. Keep in mind, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? You ant, bro. Welp, we have lots of wands. So, let's check out Charming first and foremost. If I can just pass 150% chance, that would have been great. But hey, it is what it is. Let's Wand of Warping these sons of guns. You next to me probably just need to be deleted. That is not guaranteed to do so. Ooh, we do have this halberd that will come in to hit us. Might actually just kill us outright, but I guess just fingers crossed. Hope against hope and see where it goes. This should kill this son of a gun, and it did indeed do so. And then one more cross your fingers for good luck. Okay. Well, still just barely hanging on for dear life. I'm hoping random energy doesn't bring you next to me while we're in the corners. Also, Hound is not good either, so we're gonna blast this son of a gun with everything we got, Captain. Okay, Wand of Warping, MVP, saving our lives there. Holy moly. Well, let's not look that gift horse in the mouth and just continue on with our days as if nothing even happened. The texting, dodging like a snake. Hey, we do what we can. We're gonna fail to do anything with even a remote semblance of intelligence, then we might as well have a godlike reflexes to make up for that lack of brain power, you know? When we were filling out our stat sheet on birth, we stat dumped intelligence of any kind in order to just max out the luck stat. Okie dokie. Well, we're definitely into the thick of it now. We can purify and heal other, both online. I also do want our priest friend to come get some. Fantastic. Then we're probably pretty much at the point of, actually probably past the point of, figuring out some of our consumable game here. We have 2 stacks of 4. Hopefully it's like teleport and identify so that we don't waste anything. But the other thing I wanted to check out was just remind myself some of these abilities. So Purge here gets rid of, yeah, poison, confusion, slowness. That's all pretty sweet. Drained health. I didn't know drain effect on your health is also purged with purification. That's actually a cool ability. Huh. Being able to get rid of confusion and slowness also will be very nice as we continue along here. I guess slowness, not actually a concern. Being an ant and all of that. But heal other, so let's just take a quick look here. Try to turn them neutral, works best on living creatures. Fair. Intelligent creatures, also more difficult to pacify. Okay, so most of the beasties we can probably take care of. Invested piety and magic points are lost. If it does succeed, they're healed and we gain their full experience value, otherwise they're unaffected. And you gain nothing. Good, I said good day, sir. Okie dokie. Well, with that, let's maybe take a look at you. 6%. They'd probably need some invo training. There's Fedass. Hello, my hippie friend. I've now come around to the other side where I'm actually kind of enjoying the prospects of trying out Ellie on this type of character. And maybe not my usual go-to combination. Could be something to it, so let us just keep on keeping on. How hard can you hit, my friend? 14 should be fine by me. Beautiful. And with that, let's actually do what we promised earlier. Start going through some of our ideables here. And not too shabby. Our other big stack was immolation, so we would have been blindsided by immolation. But that's fine, is what it is. We have 2 scrolls of brand weapon, which is actually pretty fantastic. Can definitely toss one of those on something like an early arbalist. That could very easily set our pace for the rest of the run here. I'm gonna try to charm you. Why, what beautiful stripes you have. There we go. Bees are bees' worst enemies, so generally works out pretty well for if we are able to get one pulled over to our side, so that's fantastic. I was worried that we'd just forever roll failures on any attempt to charm. But hey, look at that. Miracles do happen. A centaur could have an orc bow. Could be nice. Could be fun. Very distant portcullis. So maybe what we'll do is we'll actually just take care of these sons of guns, you know, while we're here. While we're here, while they're here. All that good stuff. You do have an orcish bow. So I'll grab that son of a gun here as well, because we'll go from 14 damage rating and... Why do I current attack delay 0.8? There we go. Brain shut down. 0.8 and 14 to 0.9 and 19. So slows down ever so slightly, but I think that's worth it here. And we'll head to a different stairwell, hopefully. A little bit closer, so we do immediately see the nearby message. Fantastic. Multiple orc priests, not necessarily everything we hope for and more. But looks like it's nothing we can't handle, and our damage is seemingly in a pretty solid spot as we're one-shotting the majority of these sons of guns as they make their initial approach into the runway. And oof. So it'd be nice if we could remotely open that door. I do have flight actually. So never mind, it is still nice. In fact, going into a Bailey, always much nicer when you do have flight available. Potentially opens up avenues for shenanigans, unless you get the forest. Son of a gun. Shouldn't have said anything, just tempting the game for all kinds of tomfoolery here. But before we dive in here, 0.9 attack delay. If I put on the buckler, doesn't slow us down. Gives us some fire resistance, bit of additional defenses, all Very nice, if we do say so ourselves. And then let us, while we're continuing to train up our weapons, let's jump over to Invo and set that at a decent point as well here. Fantastic. Now we're kind of in the interesting scenario of, in some ways, we hope that there's like a scary arbalist enemy here. I mean, in most ways, probably not so much, seeing as how that could end up with an embarrassing death, or we really time to sort it out on our end. But as long as we're able to take care of them, it will leave us in a very nice spot for what weapon we use moving forward. Well, as long as I can kill you before you finish your approach, I knew that we were doing all right, but if I could be given an opportunity to heal, please and thank you, would be fantastic. I mean, technically got there. Wasn't the most simple of processes, and we ended up facing off against quite a few friends we made along the way, but eventually got there, and back to basic brasses here. A +8 battle axe? Okay, I cannot let you approach me. Four-headed Hydra and Eleonoma? Okay, definitely no charming, or no polymorph in you rather, my friend. Unfortunately, it's not like we have paralysis. Probably some good stuff behind you, my friend. I guess, what's our odds of charming you? 17%. That's about right. This is where, if only we had deep water, our flight would have been very, very handy in keeping us together here. Okay, no chances of converting you with the heal. Fair, very fair. What else do we have available here? I guess what we can do is let's go in here. Let's filter by all items, scroll of fear. 79% chance for the fear to work. So, worst comes to worst, we have an option there. What I potentially want to do here is, I imagine there's some treasure right there. So, let's go for a walk, you and I. Shall we? We kind of just make our way up over yonder, trying to set this up in an orientation where their fear will take them in a bad direction. So there we go. Fear triggers. We sprint for the treasure. Yes. Hell yeah, brother. And then hopefully the son of a gun not fully recovered. Beautiful. And we ring around the rosy once more. To be clear, you're not wearing anything good, right? No, you are not. Beautiful. We can do a quick check, make sure I'm not forgetting anything, but I did not believe so. And with that, say sayonara to our lovely orc friend there. Beautiful. 2 scrolls of acquirement. Holy moly. I don't know if we already had one or if there were 2 on the floor. I wasn't paying full attention, but again, not complaining. Let's check these sons of guns out, shall we? This is a bit tough. Manual of Invocations could be nice to have. You know, if we can pump that up, it means that our healing will always be extremely powerful. But it's hard to say no to Gloves of Dexterity on a ranged character. I think part of my reticence to immediately hop to that one is an artifact pair of gloves could very easily knock it out of the running for best in slot on the run versus Manual of Invocations. No conflicts of interest there, just good to go. But let's focus, for now, on the short term. So this will give us some more armor class that we're in desperate need of, and the additional dexterity as well will increase our damage with our bows, so that should be lovely. And let's see what else we've got going for us, shall we? +3 Arbalist of Understanding. Penetration is a really good ego to have, and 2 pips of fire resistance. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. I'm intrigued by a tower shield, just because it can be kind of tough to find an artifact tower shield on a run, but the harm ego alone probably nips that excitement in the bud. And then, if that weren't enough, an Arbalist showing up, I think that's going to be a yes from me. Current attack delay is at 1.3 with damage rating 33. Don't know if we're ready for it yet. What I will do is actually set that a bit lower. I want fighting and invoke to both be hit, and then ranged weapons can kind of take the front seat, as it were. And now we have to stay alive long enough that we can actually use that son of a gun. We have one mission, one goal here today. Oh my gosh, the Mace of Variability. Maybe I should have worshipped Zom earlier. We could have gone for a very thematically rich run using that combination. Another ID, don't mind if I do. Not a lot we're looking for the consumables. Already found our requirement, already got our major heal potions, of course. Oh, you know what? I thought this was a bait. And it kind of is. The boulder beetle likely will just kill me. But